What's up guys, we are back again for another episode where today I'll be sharing on one of the development that I went through with you guys previously where I cover on berimbolo position, but in a situation where my opponent or my partner gives me a different reaction. Okay, so one of the things that happen usually whenever I start to invert and start to attempt to take their back, in a situation like this, whenever they start to frame my top leg, and this will also open up another opportunity if assuming I know what to do from there. And it also can become a kryptonite to me in a situation where I don't know how to address whenever they push my top leg. So we're going to cover on the part on how can we address or what's the cheat code for us to move forward from the situation where they are addressing my top leg. In terms of the entry for berimbolo position or how we want to enter from there, you can refer to my below link to understand more on the technique on the entry, but I'm just going to show on the full position on what's happening if assume I'm able to enter to that position. So I'm going to cover a bit on the entry part. So now, if assume I'm able to bring my leg on top and I'm able to just invert, now I'm able to get into my berimbolo position from here. So one thing, keep my leg pinched tight. I don't want to invert with my neck, but I want to try to move from one shoulder to another shoulder. Collar grip is fine, belt grip is fine, pen grip is fine. So either one, now I'm going to go for shoulder to shoulder and bring myself to this position. So this is very important for me that whenever my partner, if they don't address my top leg, I can just easily bring myself in and try to bring him up to finish my berimbolo position. But now what's going to happen is Omar going to try to frame my top leg. So the moment I start to invert, and he's going to use his free hand to start to push my leg to not allow me to finish the position. So now, assuming I start to invert from here, yep, this is what Omar does to avoid getting his back take from here. So now, whenever I see this situation, what's going to happen is I'm going to start to bring my shin behind his knee. So this is one of the strong positions, especially if Omar tried to just work on the escape from here, try to move around. It's not going to be easy for him because I have control of his leg, and at the same time, I'm also having a strong control from here. He may be able to circle this, but it's fine because I can still always fight this leg at the same time. But now, whenever I trap this leg, he can fight as hard as possible. It's not going to be easy for him to escape this leg for sure. And I have my belt grip to always try to bring him in from this position. Okay, so this is the position that I'll be covering for today. So this will be the position that we'll be working for today. So I have my shin behind knee position. I'm actually pinching my two legs together. So if Omar tried to just move out from here, it may not be that easy because I'm pinching my leg. So even if Omar tried to push my leg with his free hand, it's definitely not going to be easy because I can still always keep him busy from here. Okay? So this will be one of the strong situations where I'm able to use it to enter from this position. And there's also alternative position that I can use to enter from this position that I can just show to you guys briefly from here. So now, assuming I'm able to get from here, let me just enter properly. So, yep. So this is just another alternative just for you guys reference. So now, assuming I'm in a butterfly ashi position, so whenever Omar tried to address this leg, I'm able to hook this, I'm able to bring this leg over. This is also the entry that I can use as well. Okay? So now whenever I'm in this position, one of the most simple finish that I can do from here, but also depending on where his hand posts. If assuming I want to go for leg drag position, one of the last thing that I want to see is for his base to be high, so I can always just use this to drop him on his back. So whenever he's fall on his back, he's being a Bollywood actor by just falling for me, but all I have to do is just bring his legs higher than himself and just drop him on his back. Can I just have to fight harder only?
It's impossible. Switching on both hands.
Yeah, but what will you do from here?
Boom.
That's not what we want to cover, but he just gave me the opportunity to show additional technique. But anyway guys, If Omar doesn't fall, of course there's also other alternative where I can bring him up, bring this knee over. Now I can just shoot and take his back from here, which is one of the things that I will cover later. By right, I want to cover later on, but he already give it at the earlier stage of it. But if assuming I can bring him on his back, now when he fall, one of the easiest thing that I can do from this position is just circle my knee, bring this up, bring his back thigh over my hips, and now I can use this to get up for my leg drag position. Okay? And there's also other alternative that I'm able to work on. Like I said, first thing first, if I see him up, I can just go for the technique that I showed earlier on, but assuming now he's already fall on his back. Yep. And now I can also use this to also enter to my knee wedge position where I'm just start to shoot my knee in and bring this up. Now I'm able to bring him up from this position and go for my twister hook back kick position. But all these complicated alternatives is not really what I want to really share today, because I find that the best position that we can work for from here is for us to able to work around the leg from here. So, for example, if I'm in this position, if Omar able to give me a bit of reaction from here, try to do something, Omar. If you give me this, I'm going to still continue to take your back from there. You can try to frame my leg, like try to frame my leg. Yeah. See, this is where I'm going to start to work on my crab right entry, where I can start to just circle and enter to my crab right from here. So one important thing for me to enter to my crab right position is depending on his knee position, because now from here, if I'm able to pin his knee, I can use this to get up in a more simple manner. I can use this to get up easily from here. But now assuming if I'm entering to the crab right position and I try to push him and he's giving me a bit of resistance, he's not allowing me to come back, I should always invert back and use this to also move to the other side, to use this to get up as well. So ideally my goal is to use this to move around in the crab right position, where I'm going to share more in my future episode, where how we want to invert around. But from here, what I want you guys to see from here is the moment he start to give me a bit of reaction, I can start to use this to move to my crab right X. For example, I'm in this position, I can start to stack him, take his back, or I can use this, circle back to my leg drag position. So now I'm just going to show live on the position on how we're going to go from here. So Omar just going to give me a bit of reaction from here. And guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, because you are able to learn a lot of BJJ hacks from my series itself. Thank you so much guys, I'll see you guys soon.